1-1.
1-1. Lifted down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
And he'll sit the board. And Keibert Ruiz will dig into the plate. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled the ball 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. And Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th, and A-Ray Adrianza will be the next to bat. First pitch of the AB now.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1. Strike 2 swinging.
1 ball.
Offered at that breaking ball below the. Recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. All tied at 1-1. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Striding in is James McCann. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch on its way. Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little Billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
So now to the plate, Max Scherzer in the dirt here. And a good idea to hang close at first as he'll make it back easily. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle of the order power guy.
And no take on 2-0. He's still squaring, and he gets it down. There's one on to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He's set. Here it comes. slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked, was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
So now it's Mark Canha. He grounds it sharply to third. A tag for one. And he'll be safe on the fielder's choice. Up next, Starling Marte. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
Inside, ball 1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
1 run, 7 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Slow roller down the third baseline. Throw won't get him.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Standing in now, Pete Alonso. To the corner, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Now a ball hit in the air, and this looks like it'll get him out of it. Soto is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Mets leave him loaded. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Now to the plate, here is Patrick Corbin. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the 1st inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
On its way is pitch number 75.
Ball, that's it.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it, makes the play, 1 away. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Luis Garcia. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the first pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
That's out.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes.
The count is 1-2.
On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
At the plate now, Escobar. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. And it's fouled away.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Nope, that's
And
the
here's
ball.
a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2
I got the
offering
count.
looked
2-2.
like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. High in the air down the right field line. He's under it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Now to bat, Eduardo Escobar is working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Line shot to first, and there's one away. Francisco Lindor. Now here it comes.
Oh, that's up there.
1 out, nobody on. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. A little bouncer. Oh, and this deflects right off him. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Pretty slick play down at the hot corner there. The dive and stab, and it's pretty easy to ole a ball like that, but he got it to stick in his glove. That's a nice play.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Now the 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees. Hard liner to center field. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So we'll go at least 1 at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2-out success.
Dan, he took that right back in his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Into the box, James McCann, as he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
I'm in my zone now. When he don't slow down. I'm grown now. Here, I'm on now.
And now Juan Soto comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch on its way.
Inside, ball 1. 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals. Nelson Cruz. It was a walk in his last trip. Set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Strike taken up in the zone.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
The 0-1 delivery.
Wow, this guy has been on top of it today. Pushing the throttle and pulling it when he needs to.
Soto aboard here at first with nobody out. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
1 run on 3 hits. 1 error thus far for the Nationals. Now a foul tip right into the catcher's glove as he's able to hang on for the first out.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board. So really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And the hook's coming with him as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Trevor Williams is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. So that'll bring up Josh Bell as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
The 1-0 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
The 2-0 is looked at for the first strike. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow! Two runs on the board after that home run by Josh Bell. Second home run early in the year, and it gives the Nationals a 3-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Fernandez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. He grounded out last time up. Now the 1-0. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Hernandez playing up the middle in center field in this one, although he is most often considered a left fielder. And this is foul tipped at the plate right off the arm of the catcher behind the plate. Ouch. Lifted down the line in left. And it's a foul ball. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Hernandez becomes out number 2 this inning.
The catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And up next, it'll be Keibert Ruiz, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. The 9-1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Washington. Luis Guillorme is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Number 13, Luis Guillorme.
First pitch on the way. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
1, no strike.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And there's ball 2 now. Grounded back up the middle. And there's a base hit, so a good job off the bench to get him started here in the 7th.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Here's the first pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. As a look, now the pitch. Popped up. Adrianza trying to get there, and this is going to wind up a foul ball.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because the hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. From the stretch. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
From the stretch.
3-2.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Guillorme on at first, nobody out. And a sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. He's set, and the pitch.
Well, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On the first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 1 pitch, 2 outs. A pitcher's best friend to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. David Peterson gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 23, David Peterson.
Bottom of the inning now, and A-Ray Adrianza will be the next to bat.
For Washington, the third baseman,
First
A-Ray
pitch coming, here it is.
Adrianza.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning. Lucius Fox steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Up and in for ball 1. Fox stands 6'1" and hits from both sides of the plate. This is his first year at the big league level. The 1-0 home. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1. The count now at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And this one is gone, a home run. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
2.
Stepping in now, Luis Garcia. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. To the plate now, Escobar, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 1-0 misses off the plate.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
1 out and a runner on second base. Too high, and it's 3-0. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Juan Soto will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. From the belt, the pitch, and a fairly generous strike call there on a pitch that looked off the plate. It's strike 1.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. He's earned the right to live out there with the fastballs, as that's out number 2.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
So now to the plate, Nelson Cruz, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. In the dirt. Throw over to third here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Garcia, the runner at third. Escobar on at second with 2 down. And he misses 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
The 3-1 pitch. And, oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back case here, and that would be huge in this situation.
He's set the payoff pitch.
Ball four, that pitch is
And
out.
he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, one swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Number 38 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 38, Tyler McGill.
Josh Bell will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a shot toward right center. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home.
And you know, this run might be the one that seals this thing for good. A 3-run deficit is tough enough to overcome, but a 5-run deficit feels like it might just be a little bit too much. They don't have many outs left to work with.
In now, Hernandez, as it's grounded sharply to first. Right to him. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and a couple of men left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Nationals on top, 6-1. Tyler Clippard will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. Now into the box, Starling Marte. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Hey, this is where you go up there and you just focus on doing your job. Turn the scoreboard off in your head. I know you're down a lot, but you have to have one quality at-bat followed by another quality at-bat. Don't give any outs away. No ABs go unnoticed right here.
Next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's a splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. Fouled off. And now time is called here as in the bitterest of April ironies, a beach ball has made its way onto the field. And as I reach for another jacket and a cup of coffee, there's some kind of cruel joke in play right about now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he chased it in the dirt. Ruiz gathers. And he makes the throw to first. Alonso is retired, 2 down now. So here's Eduardo Escobar. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Hard liner to center field. Hernandez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. McGill Playing here in his age 26 season, he was an 8th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
An even 2-2 count for the Nationals catcher. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Standing in now, Ehire Adrianza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here it comes, 1-0. Pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's too high.
And that misses. 2-1. High in the air out to center field. Marte is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Lane Thomas will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 28, Lane Thomas.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
The 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order. They lead it 6-1. Tanner Rainey comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
21, Tanner Rainey.
So stepping in is Francisco Lindor. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First pitch on the way.
Ball, down.
The 1-0. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. A A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as the lead is cut to 4. It's 6-2 now.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
The batter, number 24, second baseman.
So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones, forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
At the plate, James McCann, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
Grounded softly down the line toward first. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. J.D. Davis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 28, J.D. Davis.
Now here it comes.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Steve Cishek gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off.
Number 40, Steve Cishek.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. No balls and a strike to count. quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Nationals are in the win column for the first time this year as the ball game is over. 6-3 the final score today. Washington used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Patrick Corbin gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Washington Nationals.